Then I'm gonna fight under the organization for Tate. And then the next fight, after I knock out Ali, Mr. Nice Guy, then I'm gonna fight Tate. Have the need to go on stage and spread your ass cheek open for other old judges to tell you if you look good or not. If that's the case, bring me Anthony Joshua and bring me Jake Paul at the same time, and I'll beat both of their asses. I'm 6 foot tall. I'm standing at 210 pounds. He's getting knocked the f out. He hasn't seen a fighter like me. Remember, I'm not a fighter. I'm a f***ing killer. That's what real fighters do. We don't spar a little bit. We fucking go all out. Every sparring match is like a real match.
Well guys, it looks like that we are back once again with the man that has the biggest humiliation kink out of everybody in the AMU, and the only man in the AMU that has about 40 different backstories involving multiple types of military experience, along with being an underground street fighter that was apparently also homeless, and that had ties to the mafia and cartel. So you already know that I'm talking about good old Bendover Azoulay, who has really started up on a different level of bullshit lately, and appears to be trying to reform his image as much as he possibly can. And the last time that we did talk about him, about a week ago, we saw him having his clippers posting just some downright ridiculous shit again from his different podcast appearances. And it just involved some real goober shit like this right here.
At the age of 9, I almost went to space. So I actually had uncles, and they used to work for an old airspace facility, and one day I wandered off in their job. I ended up slipping past a gate and I walked right towards the test capsule. I climbed up inside. Next thing you know, the whole thing started to lift up. Finally, some of the workers spotted me and they were yelling to stop the line. I probably would have been way up there if they didn't get me in time.
90% of the universe hates me. I don't want to see me successful. The hate only comes from the bottom. It doesn't come from above.
I'm considered a black guy. They look at me and they call me a name. I can't go to a certain school. No, we don't accept you. You're black. Because my family is from Morocco. My grandma's dad was black.
So as I am sure that you can already tell, it was just a whole lot of stupidity and just a lot of his typical nonsense. And besides that, he wasn't posting too much for a solid bit of time there. But it appears that the wannabe king is ready yet again to bend over and just get humiliated on the internet, because he is attempting to do yet again another rebrand. And in the time that we haven't covered him, he has been featuring one of his new students, and what appears to be his only student besides Devin, and is a student that was actually in the military and was a Marine. So you know, good old Bendover has somehow gotten in his head and convinced him to pay him. But along with this, he has decided that for the year 2026, he was going to start changing his content up and release this video pretty much discussing it all, and trying to get away from all of the past claims and all of the past stupid shit that he's constantly said.
I'm sure you guys have noticed that everyone on social media is not really real anymore. Every time I'm scrolling, I see an AI figure. And it's of actual influencers. Influencers that are great at what they do naturally. People are recreating it with AI. It's like I'm not seeing humans anymore. And honestly, I want to give you guys all the best of the best and the realest content. And so many people took my content and pulled words out of context and put words in my mouth which I never even said before, and made up so many stories about me.
And we're just gonna pause it here really quick, because as you just heard him say, we have the guy who you just listened to claim that he almost went to space at the age of 9 by accidentally stumbling into a fucking spaceship, complaining about people being fake on the internet. You know, the same guy who was probably the fakest in the AMU, which is really saying something when you probably have Wes out here running around doing coke off of strippers' asses after preaching about the vices for years. So Bendover has really just exceeded expectations when it comes to being completely fake. And you can kind of see how he's starting to separate himself from all that. And he then continues to go on and basically tries to claim that he's not going to grift at all anymore, and borderline kind of admitted to all of this shit that he was doing to chase views.
But when you're going to come to my page, I'm going to give you the realest guy. And every single time I'm going to release a video, whether it's a reel, whether it's going to be a long form on my YouTube, whether it's going to be a story, it's all going to be to help you improve your life. I'm going to give you my teachings through every single reel. I'm no longer going to run after views, chase likes. That's not going to happen anymore. I did that for a while, and after 2 years of being here, I wanted to create enough noise so people will know who I am. But now I'm going to gift you guys with every single reel that will either motivate you, help you, put you on track, help you with time management, different diets, different mindset, different knowledge about the gym, how to lift, what's a healthy lifestyle, business, whatever it is that I could do, I'm going to give you to make you a better person. No more bullshit, no more messing around. 2026 is right around the corner, and I want to see you guys succeed. You, my friend, that is watching me and counting on me, yep, I want you to succeed. I love you guys. Thank you for supporting. And let's make this year one of the best years, if not the best years, you ever had. Cheers to the King Shot.
And there you have it. Apparently, he's not going to be chasing views anymore, making up stories, and just grifting his ass off. And he basically admitted that that's what he was doing right then and there. And naturally, of course, people were calling him out on his bullshit in the comments. And Bendover just had to respond. And the comments just consisted of people saying that this was the same guy who claimed he was Jesus. And Ben stated that fans just said that and he was just repeating their messages, which we all know did not happen. Or one guy just talking about all the stories he made up and how he claimed to be Kung Fu Panda. And Ben stated, it's a true story that you guys act like you were there. I'm sure you've seen my Kung Fu skills in my videos. And we just had him defending his stories all throughout the comments, with him making other statements like my stories are real, kid. But here on, it's not about me, it's only about you. Let's make your 2026 the best year, bro. And then of course you had people asking how old the girl was. And Ben is continuing to deny it and just said never happened, bro. And you know, I really have to say that this was one of his better responses to that type of question. Because in the past, he just straight up admitted that he got a BJ from a 15-year-old. So at least there is some improvement. And these were a majority of the comments he was responding to. But he was also responding to people asking about the Ali fight that he's been trying to hype up for like a year now. And he responded by saying that it's apparently only 3 months away, which has been the case for the past year. And he even stated that it's still in negotiations and he won't fight without a $500,000 payout for the main event, which I don't know how the fuck he thinks he's gonna get $500,000. I don't think he thinks that at all, and it's just his way of avoiding the fight. But nobody is coming and watching two unks just sit there, get gassed out, and not even make it through round one. And as you can see, even though he's trying to do this rebrand, it's not working very well since he was responding in the comments in the same old way he always has. And on top of this, he has picked up on grifting on a completely new thing. So the whole stopping chasing views thing was complete bullshit, because he immediately started chasing views with the different main event fights that have been going on with these goobers like Jake Paul and Andrew Tate. And he of course started by talking about the Jake Paul fight and trying to get attention by doing that. And he was basically just crying about how it was going to be rigged beforehand, which we're not going to sit there and listen to because I don't really care if it's rigged or not. But after crying about it, he then randomly changes topics and ends up going on this little rant about different sports that women shouldn't participate in. And it's just so damn goofy out of nowhere. And you can tell that he's just trying to think of something to be able to attach his name to this to try and get views.
Now, the next thing, girls should not get into a fight. Let me tell you what sports women should not enter. Shouldn't even be allowed to enter. Any fighting sport. Boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, MMA, that shit. You guys are turning into men. You should not fight. Second one is basketball. Nobody's watching it anyways. And you're turning into men. That you should not play in basketball. Next sport, bodybuilding. No women should go into bodybuilding. And even if you are doing bikini, you shouldn't be allowed to go or have the need to go on stage and spread your ass cheek open for other old judges to tell you if you look good or not. Keep it in mind. Let's get to the fight.
Now, I have no fucking clue what this even had to do with the fight or anything like that. I think he just felt like going on a random ass rant for absolutely no reason. But after this, the fight of course occurred, and Jake Paul got knocked the fuck out. And Bendover here got pissed off and immediately started grifting with it all again, talking about how he would beat both of their asses at the same exact time. So he's putting on Mr. Tough Guy again, and is gonna show off that Kung Fu Panda strength, even though we've never seen him fight before.
Do you understand how much money that is? To fight, to do that joke? The joke is on you. You really think AJ wouldn't have knocked him out the first round if it wasn't rigged? And you really think they would have got to the 6th round and a technical knockout? And Jake Paul following around like it's a clown show? If that's the case, bring me Anthony Joshua and bring me Jake Paul at the same time, and I'll beat both of their asses. I don't even need the money. We'll just do it for the promotion. Bring both of them, have them fight the same way, and I'll knock them the out.
So of course, as you can see, he's just grifting and had to make it about him to try to get views off of the event and to try to look like a badass. And it ended up working decently well, so he naturally did the same thing with the Andrew Tate fight. And he did a little video beforehand where he kind of started to talk about the fight, but then went on a tangent of what real fighters do and was implying that he is a real fighter. And it's just all so damn stupid, where he's just trying to look like a hard motherfucker.
Chase is a bitch. And even Tate knows that. Why do you think he's stepping in the ring with him in the first place? He knows he's gonna beat him. You think he'd put everything on the line? Everything he's ever said, everything he's ever done, to lose to some guy right now when he's at the top? No fucking way. He knows he's gonna win. But I'm gonna predict this fight for you guys really quick so you understand how real fighters think. If I'm gonna fight somebody, the first round I'm gonna take is to figure out timing, speed, strength, balls. Does he have the balls and the courage to actually throw a hit? Or is he afraid of me? If I can smell fear, I know I got him. Second round, that's me starting to push a little bit forward and seeing how he's reacting to that. Third round, it's a knockout. So Tate, we know it's going to be either a technical knockout or it's going to be a knockout in the third round. I know that for sure. And let me tell you something. Tate has not been away for so long. Tate has been fighting every single day. He's been training. And when he trains, when he spars exactly like he fights. That's what real fighters do. We don't spar a little bit. We fucking go all out. Every sparring match is like a real match. So Tate's gonna kick his ass. Chase Demore is just a bitch. I know it's not gonna be like yesterday, Joshua and Jake, all that bullshit, fake fight. Then I'm gonna fight under the organization for Tate. And then the next fight, after I knock out Ali, Mr. Nice Guy, then I'm gonna fight Tate. Because we all know Tate's gonna win. And Tate, we want you to win. You better fucking go kick his ass. Let's go.
And apparently this goober just wants to fight pretty much everybody. Because now, not only does he want to fight Jake Paul and Joshua, but he also wants to fight Tate, along with Ali and some other guy. So he's all over the place with it. He's trying to fight anyone and everyone just to get his name out there, when none of these people probably know that he even exists. And his only reputation on the internet is just getting made fun of. But of course, this aged like milk, and Tate ended up losing the fight. And it appears that Bendover took that shit to heart and was pretty damn upset about it. And he naturally, of course, had to continue to grift and went on a little monologue about it all.
Tate just lost the fight. And I know some of you guys at home are probably happy. Some of the fans at home are probably disappointed. But me, I'm genuinely sad. And I'm genuinely sad because of one reason. It's because I hate to see a hero fall. He is the hero of the internet. I gotta give that to him. The guy doesn't stop. The guy didn't give up. And everything he does is to help young men improve their life and become better, stronger, make more money. And the truth is, this is going to be a little twist, But 2.5 years ago, I got on social media to help him with his message because I saw everybody trying to assassinate his character, trying to remove him off of the internet, hating on him. You know what this reminds me? I was going to call out Tate after he wins the fight, and I was going to say, okay, eventually I'm going to fight Tate. I'll take a couple of boxing matches. I'll fight Ali, then I'll fight another guy, beat up a few guys, and then fight Tate. But now, my eyes is on Chase Demore. And the reason is, reminds me of the time when Larry Holmes beat up Muhammad Ali. And a few years later, Mike Tyson reclaimed his honor by going out there and beating the out of Larry Holmes. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I don't need to fight Tate, and I don't think Tate needs to fight anymore. I'm going to train as hard as I need to go beat the shit and embarrass that bum, Chase Demore. I'm 6 foot tall. I'm standing at 210 pounds. He's getting knocked the fuck out. He hasn't seen a fighter like me. Remember, I'm not a fighter. I'm a fucking killer.
So this guy is not only talking about how he's gonna come and get revenge for Andrew Tate, and how he's yet again now trying to fight somebody else, but he just compared himself. I want you to listen to this. He just compared himself to fucking Mike Tyson. Like, it doesn't get any more ridiculous than this. This guy has no proof of ever fighting anybody, and he thinks he is Mike Tyson out here coming and avenging Andrew Tate because he's just a killer, not a fighter. So it doesn't get any more ridiculous than this. And this guy is just grifting to the max. There is no rebrand happening for 2026. He's gonna continue to do everything and anything to farm views for himself. And with that said, I think I'm done here, because I can't take this goober much longer. So if you enjoyed, please drop a sub and a like, and join the Saints Mafia, where we are staying on Bendover's head. And I'm out. Watching Bendover Azoulay beginning to bend over for any fighter that will take him on. And peace.
Ali is watching your live stream right now. He said he's gonna bend him over.
He's gonna bend who over?
Okay. He said you going to bend him over.
Okay, what's up with bend over?